Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what could possibly be the final game of Respawn V30 Flashback here in the League of Legends tournament. It is 1-0 in KoreanBBQ Set A's favor. They have gone completely undefeated throughout the entire day. They win one more game, they'll walk away with $500, 2,000 RP each, and a triumphant Rise skin. If Makeshift win, they're going to have to win another 2 times and not lose to take it away. My name is Coldblood, and bringing this game to you, another 3, just to make me feel even worse. Joining me is the organizer himself, Mr. Cameron. How are you, boss?
Good, good. Excited. Almost there.
Excited, as you say, as you like stare at the ground.
Stare at the ground. No, I'm excited because I'm been working on this for months, and then to like run it, to go this far, I'm almost done.
Yep,
it's good to
we're
see
almost there
at the grand final.
Okay, so you're welcome to interact with us in the Twitch chat, guys. Let's just try and keep the profanity to a minimum, as well as
Don't
the
want to mute
spamming.
You.
Yep.
All right, so quickly into the bands. Again, Wukong, Ziggs, and LB removed by
KoreanBBQ.
KoreanBBQ. And then we also have Rennie banned.
Wow.
And Morgana. They don't like that Morgana. And Ori. So this should be an interesting match.
Immediately Vi locked in for Denshi Bunny. He's got his eyes on the 3rd MVP.
That's it.
And he wants it, so he's got that for himself. Not to mention it's strong, but...
And the car's back. The car is back.
The Kazakhs has returned.
Let's see if we can repeat what he did.
He did very well in the game he played. He just could not carry. Hopefully the team has...
No, they won that one.
No,
he played.
Kazakhs he lost.
Did he?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Oh, it was the semi, yes.
He did really well, and then they lost.
What a best.
And then they won the next 2.
Ori ban is not stupid, and preferably no physical profanity either. And thank you, Fred. Thank you for so much.
The Ori band is incredibly intelligent because
picked up,
both of these mid laners are ridiculously good on Orianna,
yeah.
And she is a massively high skill champion.
Yep. So we've got Profound locking in the Lee Sin again. So clearly loves that champion. What I really am excited to see is Leona. I love Leona. I love playing as Leona. She's so aggressive. She's so in your face. And since that Morgana has been banned, there is no technical counter. Well, I can't think of a counter at the moment.
Janna is quite good, but very, very skill reliant.
Yeah,
you've
got to get your cues right. But they've they took Static's Ezreal. Oh,
looks like they're going for some Annie Tarek action at the bot lane, unless we have Annie going mid on Psyker. Doesn't really suit the champions that he likes, so I think it may be a Tarek Annie bot lane here, Cameron. We're going to have to see how it goes. Syndra will make her 2nd appearance at the tournament today in 12 or 13 games that we've covered. We'll finally get to see the Dark Sovereign herself. And, why not both, says the Mexican girl to Samulated, as he asks which one he should go for. So we will have Shyvana headed top against the Kazakhs. We saw him dominate a Renekton, and we'll have to see how it goes against the Dragon Lady. We'll have Syndra in the mid. We're not sure who she'll be against yet. Vi versus Lee Sin. They both perform similar jobs.
Depends on what they pick, obviously. If I'm hoping they pick up an ADC and they don't fuck around with this. I'm going to say that. I really hope.
Although
I know Static's been wanting to do Annie. They picked up the Graves.
Okay.
Thank God. So we'll be probably looking at an Annie mid lane, Graves and Tarek bot.
Although I'd be happy with a Graves mid. He scales pretty well on experience, so
yeah.
The look you just gave me could curdle milk.
It is a Leona though, and I know that KoreanBBQ will be out to win.
So we've got, Tarek and
I think
and
it
Annie.
actually might be in Graves mid.
Well, I'm excited to see it. They're at the point of no return. What they've been doing hasn't worked. Let's see if something off the cuff can work it out. So Annie and Tarek have got a lot of burst and on-demand stuns. So I'll have to see how it works against the Ezreal Leona. If Leona jumps in, they're just going to turn around and blow up Ezreal.
Yeah.
Graves versus Syndra. That's actually going to be really difficult for Syndra. Of course, Graves being low range means she can land the Dark Orb easier. But Graves, if
got
she
quick
throws a
shot.
Dark Orb, he'll just like get in her face, boom.
Yeah, he'll use his quick shot to probably avoid those.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Psycho to do something good. I'll hope. I won't say expect. I'll say I hope.
So they still got the marksman for their team. They've still got a burst mage. They've just switched around where they are. So they're still available for the dragon. We can now reveal the summoner spells, ladies and gents. Psycho changed to heal at the last possible moment. So he wants to have that security net against the burst of Syndra, which is definitely fair enough.
So yeah, no, it's just Graves will have the early advantage, having the AD, having the poke.
Although quite vulnerable to Vi, we've got to keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Danshi Bunny, he's very good at reaching 6 quickly.
He's shown us that. So, but if Psycho plays safe in a sense, like he keeps his peripheral vision open, he has the advantage over Syndra until she gets some AP, and then he's going to be struggling. So you will want to end laning phase as soon as you can in mid lane.
If you can shut her down early, we've got to keep in mind collateral damage got buffed in 4.5. The direct damage it does upon hitting the cone now has a larger AD ratio.
That's good.
So he's actually it's at level 6. His ult will do about 550 damage without AD to Syndra. So it's a lot of damage, and she's not going to be able to stand up to that. That's if it hits her full in the face. It's got to be the explosion and then the collateral damage as well.
So you'll be expecting
it's quite a thin missile, the collateral damage. The cone not so much.
You'll be expecting Syndra to rush her Hourglass.
Yes, that would be very smart. Although Hypto very much a fan of going for his farms incredibly efficiently. He could be going for the Grail. I have to see how it goes. I'm excited to see Kha'Zix versus Syndra. Can Shyvana
Kha'Zix versus
Shyvana, sorry.
They both start with S. Don't worry, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
They got a Y in there somewhere.
So can Shyvana outlast the mana bar of Kha'Zix? That's going to be the question, because Kha'Zix easily outdamages her, but it costs mana to do so. So we're going to be we want to go to the runes of Psycho here. It's going to be running AD, Lifesteal, Magic Resist,
That's
Armor
a lot of magic resist.
at level 18.
But
Yep.
that is scaling.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully for his sake, he's gone for some MR in the Masteries, which he has not. Which is, I guess he can't really reliably do that. So that's what the Graves is running. Let's check what the Syndra is running just for equality's sake. Hypto, probably going to be very standard Magic Pen. Has some armor, which is fantastic for him.
good.
You see a lot of mages going scaling health with the armor
Really?
nerfs coming in, because everyone's armor got buffed by
Right,
4.
And then the seals got
But
nerfed.
this 9 armor will make a world of difference against Graves,
Koala.
with unyielding as well.
Look at the name of the mastery page.
Koala. Oh, there you
I
go.
have no idea. Probably to fool those people on LoL King,
Yeah.
LoL Nexus.
What the hell? He's a koala? Dangerous koala, I have to
Yeah.
say.
No, I've seen some really interesting rune and mastery pages on LoL Nexus. I don't normally LoL Nexus myself.
Yeah.
People go, oh, I like your rune page name, so and they don't say it, so you have to go.
Yeah, you
find
have to
it.
go look at, yeah.
Plus, Bronzies like to check out who they're playing with.
I know that curiosity well, my friend. We're going to go ahead and jump into the skin battle here, ladies and gents. Shout out to Professor Niggles, who has tuned in to watch his good pal Ramsey over from America.
Report Hypto.
We have
And Kha'Zix.
Fred, cute little Vixen, Samulated, and about 5,000 others tuning in to watch Aspira, who has finally upgraded to the fabulous pink Taric, so immediately they take the skin battle. But I think they'd win anyway with the amount of skins they have.
That bot lane is really weird, as in like
Lots
pink
of
pink.
purple and pink.
Yeah, a lot of dark.
It turns
and-
Annie is fire purple as well.
Yes, I've seen that.
Dark
yeah,
fire.
Kalala too strong, don't mess. I would like to see how this works. If this works, then yeah, I'll agree.
Yep. So we know. Oh, hang on, which is the right? And there we go. I've only been casting for about 2 years. I should probably know how to work XSplit. Now into the game here, ladies and gents. We'll have to see how this wild card ends up working. Static is a caster at GameStar. He's wanted to do Annie Taric all day.
Is Annie going mid?
Oh, I don't know. Well, Static, when I duo queued with him, he
I think they've
played
done
mid
a
a lot.
complete.
He played mid a hell of a lot.
Okay, so we've done a role swap. It's okay.
Okay,
We're not
so-
that pro. We don't need to care about role swaps.
Fair enough. So Psyker will be headed to the bottom lane with Aspira. So Aspira is worthy of Psyker to be laning with him, which is awesome. And at 2:30 a.m. on his day off, night off, right, or morning off.
Morning off. We're
Well,
on
I guess
Sunday
it's his
morning
second
now.
day off now.
But yeah, if this one match, it could decide if
30
we're going on
seconds
to
until
another one,
minions
or we
spawn.
can finish it up now. But I don't want them to throw it. If they throw
No,
it,
no,
I'll be
that'd
upset.
suck. Yep. No, they're not getting anything if they throw it.
Yep.
But I'm sure that they're going to give us a good show here. Representing KoreanBBQ Set A in the deciding match for walking away with the grand final. Framer will be on the Iceborne Shyvana. Danshi Bunny for the 4th time on our Vi with her raging pink hair. We have Hypto in the mid
Minions
lane
have
going
spawned.
against the unexpected Annie. We have Cruiser Drizzle on the Ezreal, who's fantastic at taking ages to get into lobby and then getting hit by every dark binding that's ever thrown, even ones on the opposite side of the map. And Chubby will be rounding them out as the support Leona.
And for
Makeshift.
Makeshift, thank you. For Makeshift, we have Ramsey as Carrigan. Second game as Car.
Carrigan.
Yep. We have Carrigan. Yeah. Profound. We have AV Profound. We have AV Psyker in the bot lane as Graves. They've done a role swap with APS Static, who is now adding mid lane, who you don't see much anymore. You normally see as their support.
He's played this a lot. He's very talented at the mid
I
Annie.
don't doubt that. It's just not something you normally see
Yeah.
anymore.
And hey, I mean Ramsey, we haven't seen anything he's done, and he's done brilliantly. So
And then rounding them out in the bot lane, we have Aspira in the lovely pink turret.
now the Tarek Graves lane was very popular at the end of season 2 because the amount of burst they had. A dazzle into a shatter, into a buckshot is massive, massive burst.
I don't know if that's been changed. Do you think that's been changed? I know you got a bit of a change. Oh, early Zenith Blade.
Yeah, they abuse the fact that they've got the level 2 to get some damage onto Psyker here. But Aspira, he's going to level up the imbue and get the sustain going on. Not to mention he's running the 4.5% lifesteal bonus, which is the lifesteal runes did get nerfed to 1.5 rather than 2.
Yeah. But in the same currently Feast is now buffed a little bit, so you get more health for every minion kill.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
I don't know if it's a fair trade. People say it is, but
Yeah,
that means you got to focus more on
situational,
farming.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for those who are interested in Respawn, I'll go ahead and put the web address into the
We'll
thing here.
actually get Super Roach if we can find him.
I think Super Roach might be engaged. So respawn.com.au. You can head on to that website, and soon after they recover from this event, I'm sure that they'll announce when the next event's going up. This one,
Rumor has it June or July.
June or July, is our expert opinion on when the next Respawn will be, and it is here at Latrobe Uni in North Melbourne. Meanwhile, Ramsey has already begun his massacre here. We're going to find out exactly what happens here, Cameron. So he's going to pick up the level 4. And Framer, is he going to go too far forward? Ramsey is going to jump straight on.
There
Boom!
we go.
I don't know if that was isolated, but if it wasn't, that's
First blood
truly outrageous, you could say.
Truly outrageous. No. Only if Tarek gets a kill.
Aspira would agree. Truly outrageous.
So now
That's a good start.
Karzik has the first kill.
It's a good
And
start
here
if you
comes
don't like
Vi,
sleep.
So he needs to back out.
I feel like Danchi would have normally gone for some flash bolt breaker action there. Maybe he was afraid. Oh, I guess Kazak's had flash as well, so that would have been a waste. So
Yeah, I think he's played it a little bit better. And we've got Profound sitting in the bot lane. Mid lane.
yeah, so
So
Hypto
hopefully
waiting for the
Static
start.
bats off. No, he's still too far. Checks the fog of war. He's still in there. Oh, and Vi's coming in from behind. Here we go.
So now the
Yep.
stun will go off onto Hypto. Massive amount of damage going down. Gets the stun off on Lee. And now Vi going to be flashing in here. Static, he wants the kill, but Dangerous Game will heal him up there. And now Makeshift are in a horrible position. Just unfortunate timing there on the gank. Danshi Bunny flashing in with the Vault Breaker going. He's leveled it every
Counter
single game.
That was a good counter jungle.
Yeah, brilliant.
Well, they were both aiming for it, and Vi was going to come behind Annie until he.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, better come in.
Yeah, and then he saw Lee pop out, so he's going, no, I'm just going to follow him straight in. And that was a fairly good move.
Yeah, Syndra would have died without the dangerous game mastery, which gives you 5% of your health and mana on killer assist. It's saved a few people in this game.
Who's Ragnarok?
He's over there. I don't know where he's gone. He was casting Dota.
Oh,
He's a Dota caster, so that tells you.
Sam's playing poker, so I think he's your mate playing poker.
Okay, so shout out to Ragnarok who casts Dota 2, which tells you all you need to know about him. Which don't take that too harshly because I cast him as well, not nearly as much as League though. Everyone knows League is the superior MOBA. Frame is going to be jumped on in the mid lane here. Unseen Threat will slow it for the time being, and the timely intervention of Syndra just by kind of starting to float over, going to be enough to turn that one around. Profound and Ramsey Game King are going to be very aggressive here. They're waiting for Vi. They're hunting this Vi down. Oh, meanwhile in the mid, looks like Static he's going to get caught by a stun here for sure. That's how these always open up. Syndra will throw a ball on the ground, knock it through Annie, throw down another orb, and the ultimate will come out. Boom. And at level 6, Syndra's capable of about 960 damage, which is more than LeBlanc, with half of that being AoE. Which is why a lot of people were annoyed when Syndra came out, and then they realized that she's really damn hard and only good people can play her. So
you don't see her else yet.
She's balanced by her difficulty. She's occasionally played this in the LCS. She's just got the problem of mid game. She's quite vulnerable. But her damage output is ridiculous as well as the stuns. So we have Void Assault leveled up here by Ramsey Game King. Those skirmishes are going to go in his favor now, particularly since. Oh, jeez! I wouldn't have kicked into that raging lesbian if I were him. Yeah, there's
Static just walked past. I really hope that he's not just zoned out for it. I really hope. But it is fairly late now, and some people might be just completely worn out.
Well, to be fair, 3 kills, only 1,000 gold at the 7.5 minute mark, which is.
But he did just walk past.
Yeah. Yeah, does suck.
Yeah.
Static.
Let's hope that was just an honest one.
Yeah, Ramsey Game King going to be coming in. Vi is coming around the back though. Assault Battery.
Oh, nice
not
flash.
available though. With the Vi ult, that would have meant a kill.
A very squash bug.
Very squishy, squash.
Though he did a good flash. He flashed over the Vault Breaker, therefore missing the interrupt.
Brutalizer is the name of the game here. Ignite comes up for Static. That could mean that he'll go in with the summon Tibbers. He manages to avoid the stun. Uses his own stun up though with clearing the way with Disintegrate. Although being at 3 stacks, a combo would stun up Syndra. And it looks like Profound, despite being behind, going to do some counter jungling. And Danshi Bunny has the same idea, so they're just going to take each other's reds. Profound, he's almost takes it down with the smite. Now has Dragon's Ascent. They want this Syndra dead. Dragon's Rage, sorry. The burst goes on from Syndra. There's nothing that they can do. Fantastically done. A lot of burst between their ultimates. Tibbers, of course, support Annie got nerfed with base damages. The ratio on Tibbers got buffed.
Yeah, they also decreased the cooldown on Tibbers.
Yeah, late game.
But they did nerf the stun a little bit there.
Yeah, early on. But mid Annie doesn't care because she's leveling up quickly.
Yeah, she's not a support.
Oh, looks like I just want to jump back and see exactly what happens here because our Spiro fan club will want to see his brilliant stun to get out of this aggression. So Psyker probably going to get engaged upon by Leona. Nice dash, but it was not enough in the end. Dazzle used there, as well as the imbue. Body blocking the Mystic shots. Psyker's going to... Oh, jeez Louise. Didn't know that was going to happen. So Psyker ends up going down. And they're going to try and dive this one too. Aspira, he's, nothing he can do at this point. He's going to stun up Leona. Could he possibly get away here? Yeah.
But,
something happened at the top of the camera. That was cool, Dragon's Ascent. But, yeah, isolated damage.
Yeah.
taste their fear. Shyvana doesn't strike you as a person who's afraid, but I guess when you're against the Kazakhs and a blind
These
man.
casters, man, hi, your voice is very high. Which one?
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Also, it's a best of 3, not a best of 5. We don't have the time or the patience for a best
Man,
of
if
5.
it was a best of 5, I'd rage quit right now.
And I don't know how to cast, and I want these casters. So.
Yeah. He's a lover, not a caster. I'm just a caster. So, the Dragon will be going the way of KoreanBBQ Set A, who are almost at a 3,000 gold lead. If they win this game, they win the entire tournament undefeated. If they lose, they've still got another 2 games to lose before they lose the whole thing. And that being because even if they lose the best of 3, double elim tournament means they get a 1-game saving grace. So Kazak's going to be headed up to the top, has the Ionian Boots of Lucidity with the Brutalizer, so going to be spamming out the taste their fear like nobody's business.
Somebody likes me.
We have, oh damn son, we've got a groupie.
Both are good. Hey, he likes you too. She, he.
Oh, that's like an afterthought. Oh jeez, Ken Staticky manages to dodge out of the Dark Sphere, gets hit by another one, but Profound, can he get out of this? True Shot Barrage comes down, doesn't do a whole lot. Chubby's in the middle lane here, gonna use the Solar Flare. The kick into the tower onto Hypto will be enough to... Oh, he's gonna try and do the outplays, but the blue team converging on him. Assault and Battery gets dunked, says Vi, as she slams the Blind Monk into the ground. Meanwhile, the bottom lane of Makeshift trying to catch up here. Blue team pushing forward. They take down the tier 1. Collateral damage used to clear out the minions. Flash forward by Leona. And then the Zenith Blade onto Porous Vera. Nothing he can do to get out of this. He's going to lead them away from his AD carry. The support... No, you don't choose the support life. The support life chooses you. And he leads them away from the grave so that he may live to farm another day. Which is exactly what he's going to go and do. Ramsey... Yep, he's going to hopefully not get caught out because that would suck. Static in the mid lane has the Sorcery Shoe, so Tibbers is becoming scarier and scarier.
I want to see good Flash Tibbers.
Yes, looking forward. I want to see some Distortion boots.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Less cooldown on Flash, that'd be great. Hopefully Static remembers it, although Home Guard can be decent when you're defending against a rampaging Korean barbecues. We're not sure if they're Koreans or barbecues or both or neither.
I know, but they want the money.
Yeah, they got their eyes on the prize here. They've picked all of their best champions, although Hypto, I think this may be the first time he's played Syndra and the second time Syndra's been picked. But Syndra, very high skill bad champion, exactly like Orianna. Massive reward for playing her, just like Orianna. And Lee Sin going to be coming in. He will psych end up going down. He does indeed, but Exhaust will be enough to get a shutdown for Profound. And he is building damage on his Lee Sin, so he will be able to scale into this mid-game here. Kazak's going to jump onto Vi and do a massive amount of damage. Can she possibly get out of this one? No. Oh my god, alright.
That was amazing.
I know we're running out of time here, but I want to see that again. So Kazak's is going to jump onto Vi being a little bit too greedy there. And one more Taste of Fear going to go on. But, boom. Goes Ramsey. Just slashes her out of the way. 500 gold going to Ramsey Game King on the Kazakhs. Our American friend Professor is going to be very giddy at that play. Takes down a very talented Vi jungle who was perhaps being a little too greedy there. It's going to buy a lot of room for the Makeshift guys to get a bit more income flowing into their coffers. And we have a similar situation to a few games ago here, Cameron, where Ramsey Game King fed on Kazakhs, rest of his team not so much.
Yes.
So we'll have to see if he can deal with it. Leona and Vi both able to lock him up, but he's got a lot of squishies to kill. So he can get the reset a little bit easier than the previous game.
I know, it looks this way.
Okay. So it looks like Psyche is going to be giving himself the blue buff here. Which is CDR, always good on the Graves because he's a bit of an AD caster. As Profound is near the top lane, going to be clearing away the golems. And Framer going for a 1v1 on Ramsey, but this is what we said, there are mana costs on Kazakhs. And Shyvana, she can spam as soon as the cooldown is up. Profound going to come in. Ward goes off by Syndra. Will the stun go off? It will indeed. Can Profound get out of this one? Dragon's Descent will knock him back into the Dark Spheres. And Framer gets a kill of his own. And Chubby, yeah, he's all over the shop. Ezreal getting some solo XP, so he's going to start catching up to the solo laners. Psyker, though, he's a mid laner himself, so he knows his limits here. As Aspara going to come out, the Arcane Shift is popped to disengage. Top tier 1 will end up falling. That is every outer tower falling for Makeshift. They've got none of their own thus far. So, oh geez, Psyker's going to be jumped on in the mid by Danshi Bunny. Imbue gives him a lot of health back. Will Aspira give up his life for his 80 carry? He's actually going to flash out. Will Psyker be able to escape? He's going to try to turn it around at Ezreal. Collateral damage goes back. But yeah, the summoner heal will be enough to turn that around. As Siobhan and Leona going to come in from behind, as well as Syndra flanking here. The Spirit going to be collapsed upon. Ramsey coming in, he gets them. No, he doesn't kill the Ezreal. Going to use the flag, the stealth to get juice for Jesus. He doesn't have resets though. He doesn't have the wings evolved. So even if he gets a kill, he's not going to have the leap up for a very long time. He does have it available now, and he will recall in the enemy's jungle. So
what he actually did was he used his second voice.
Yeah.
North.
He was heading this way, and then he stealth. Whoop.
Yep.
A bit like a Wukong.
Yeah, but there's a better range.
Yes, definitely.
Last thing.
You can use it a couple times too. Oh, that Static's going to get a big Tibbers off under the tower as well. Syndra's forced to flash out. Static will pay for it with his life, but they will turn that into a kill on Syndra. Dragon's Rage takes fire low as well, and Framer may be the next to fall. It flashes off on cooldown, but Dragon's Ascent is about to come up. 2, 3 for 1 with Leona going down as well. And that was what I was telling you about Cameron. Static, he knows when to engage with Tibbers. He's done that countless times in ranked. It's won the game. And it only gets stronger now with the buffs to Annie. Yes. Fantastic play out of Makeshift. They're not ready to give this up without a fight.
I was actually a little bit worried for Makeshift. They were falling behind a bit, but that turned around and now it looks a little bit better for them.
Particularly if they pick up Dragon. Whoa! Ignite will finish off the Kazakhs there. Ezreal is...
Why did he change his attention onto the turret?
I mean, they love each other.
Yeah, I know.
They're boyfriends. Why wouldn't you want to clear your boyfriend? Psyker and Aspira both stand in the middle of a solar flare, which will stun them up. Not a lot they can do here. Psyker's just trying to buy some time for Static to come in. Stun goes down onto Ezreal, but that might mean Static falls down as well. Aspira going to lead them away from the carry once again. What a support, bro. It's going to get Static to live as Lee Sin eventually falls to Danshi Bunny down here. Who, does she have enough for the Randuins? She is within 300 gold of picking that up. So as soon as she jumps into the middle of the enemy team, she will be able to lay that down. Void Staff completed by Static. So he's doing close to true damage here. And the tier 2 in the mid looks like it will end up falling. Static has no big flash Tibbers plays. Tibbers almost up, but not going to be able to stop that one. Kazakh's waiting off to the side. Going to do a lot of damage onto Ezreal. Immediately shifts out of that one. Psyker and Static coming in for the black up. Ramsey goes, oh, they're going to burst each other a lot. And with that, Kazakh will pick up their level 11. He can upgrade the wings as soon as he wants. 2 kills picked up in exchange for the tier 2 in the mid. Makeshift, like you said, Cameron, every time they take a hit, they hit back harder.
Yeah.
They're going to go for Baron. This is a vision for blue team. They have no idea. Shyvana, is she going to throw a trinket over the wall? Lee Sin falling lower and lower. She's going to walk past and be like, what the hell's going on in here? She doesn't have Dragon's Ascent to jump in, so she's just going to try and bully them out of this one. Baron falling lower and lower. Smite ends up going off by, just has to get the hell out. Framer eventually going to fall. Kazakhs gets the reset, but he's low on mana. Baron will regen that though. Ezreal takes a lot of damage, is forced to Arcane Shift out. Profound, will he get the Sonic Wave over time? He does land it. He's going to thread the needle through Leona. No, she will get stunned. He gets the last off and gets the resonating strike as well. With Syndra being kicked into the middle of the red scene here. Chubby falling lower and lower as well. Ramsey has been ignited, but Dangerous Game will keep him alive. 4 for 0 with the Baron.
That's a 4 for 0, yeah. With a Baron, that is
because Vi was forced out. Oh my god.
That has brought the gold difference to 1,000 gold.
Holy guacamole. They came ready to put up a fist fight, that's for sure.
That was some good plays.
Whoever called that Baron is a goddamn genius.
Actually, yeah, I would like to see who did.
I would imagine Psycho did.
Yeah, probably one of the AV guys.
Because he kind of went in first and Lee Sin followed him.
Yeah. Like, even though they are the two of the makeshift guys are challenger, you also have to rely on the other guys to know what you're doing. You can't just expect to, because you're challenger, you can get away with it. So the team is working well for a bunch of
They
people
met today.
who met today. They are doing fantastic. So if they win this, if they really win this, it'll be
A lot of
amazing.
it will be on Kazakhs. He's really been giving them that room to get these fights ahead. Static's done some great plays as well.
And not
Profound's done
not
some
just
nice
that,
picks.
but like in other games as well, they've
Yeah.
been doing really well as a team.
Yeah.
I don't wanna see that from a team like, Smith running
Yeah, certainly. As the Baron buff is trying to be used to good effect here by Makeshift, but they've got a lot of catching up to do as far as the structures are concerned. The Baron buff would be useful to try and win a fight and push objectives then. Dragon not going to be up for a little while. Ramsey Game King waiting off to the side. This is a very much damage-orientated Kazakhs.
And a very damage-oriented Lee Sin as well.
I'd like to see some armor picked up on the
also
side.
defense. There's no one doing anything.
Yeah, DFG is on the table for Syndra at this point as the engage is, well, stopped in its tracks here. Profound and Aspera waiting off to the side. Sonic Wave will land, probably on the worst person to jump in on. At this point, stun goes off on Profound, but he'll easily be able to jump to his good pal Aspera waiting off in the wings. As the push going to continue here. And
Shout out to Adrian Pones.
shout out to Adrian Post. Oh, Static is going to get a massive difference up despite getting knocked back. That will set up the reset train for Kazakhs to go on. He does fall to the tower though because he was the first in. It is 1-for-1 thus far, 80 carry for top laner. They're going to flash in and they're taking so much damage from the tower. Assault battery goes off and it ends up being a 3-for-3 when all is said and done. The top laner and the support leaving the 80 carry and the jungler alive.
Did
the
you see how many people that he's landed with?
Yeah.
That was a 4-man stun on TV.
Yeah, even though he got knocked back.
Yeah,
I told
that
you,
was
didn't
good.
I? I called it.
That was good.
Because we played it in solo queue. He got destroyed in lane, but I was J4 and as jungle and I was fed, so I went damage. And he did this massive like 5-man stun. So gets knocked back, still gets the stun off, and the rest of the red team's going here. Kazakhs takes tower aggro, which is key. This would have looked a lot different had Kazakhs survived this one. Took a lot of damage. Dragon's center as well. Gets hit by the twin breath in the end as Chubbe and Framer. I don't know if Framer manages to survive this one. Although, oh yeah, actually, I think it is Vi and Hipto who go down here. Danish Bunny goes in to try and help out. Does manage to pick up a kill on Aspera in the end with some nice auto attack resetting from the excessive force. But in the end, a 3-for-3. We'll have to see if the Baron up ADs here can take the tower down. They've got minions coming in. They've got the regen from Baron. Is there a home guard up? There is indeed on Framer, but he doesn't have Randuin's or Dragon's Ascent, so there's not a lot he can do to stop this. Well played. It's actually the two members of Avantha that are the ones to survive, which is
Kind of not surprising.
just more of a coincidence than anything else, really. It's the positioning from both teams was actually quite good.
That 4-man stun really set it up.
Yeah. I would really like to see Distortion Boots, but he's pouring all of his money into making that initial burst hurt. Because getting people low from Kazakhs to come in and start getting resets is really what's going to get the ball swinging. And then Graves, he's great at cleaning up as well.
Yeah, especially it's not his volley.
If you get a tippers into a collateral damage, that's people dying straight off of that. As KoreanBBQ Set A are going to set up for the Dragon. They are here perfectly on time. Shout out to Le Corruption. Yeah,
We had to do that because Vixen. We had to do that because I'm.
oh no, no, you do not want to face check into this team. Dragon's Ascent goes off. Profound going to get caught out. Ramsey, can he get the kill onto Syndra? He does indeed, but he cannot leap out in time. 1-for-2, Syndra going down in exchange for the Lee Sin and the Kazakhs. And just like that, with the Dragon and a 2-for-1, things not looking as good as they were. Baron buff runs out as well. Oh, Psycho, what are you doing? Playing with fire. If Assault Battery was up, he was gone.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so the
Cute little Vixen. We had to play that in slow mo because I wasn't sure how many people he's got with that stun.
Yeah, it was a 4-man
which
stun.
was amazing, wasn't that right, Professor?
Yeah, Professor definitely has to agree. It's fantastic. So I'd love to see Distortion Boots out of static, but like we said, pouring everything into making that first burst hurt, which is with their team comp is absolutely perfect. The of course our pink Tarek Aspera is going with the many gems to meld with his pinkness, getting some red there for a little bit more bold color. As shout out to Lug Cug,
We're just gonna call you Lug.
Lug, yeah, you're Lug. Hello, Lug. Thanks for tuning in. I hate you for your
just
name.
over a minute until Bazzer is ready.
Okay,
Baz
so
Kebab.
Baz Kebab,
Baz Kebab, that's
as
it.
it is affectionately called here at GameStar, also known as Cute Little Vixen's waifu. Hopefully he comes up in time. I didn't know Baron was a girl. He has nice lipstick, I have to say. Fair enough. I always assumed Baron was a guy. Maybe that's sexist. I don't know.
We should ask the Baron. We should ask
I
the
guess
Baron.
waifus maybe don't necessarily have to be girls.
I don't think so. I haven't read anywhere that it has to be.
Yeah, well, there you go. We're solving the laws of anime right here. This is where they got caught out last time. The Makeshift guys, they cannot continue getting caught out. They're caught up to 700 gold behind, but it's getting to the point where death timers are far too long to...
Vision is also lacking on both sides a little bit. Yes, there is good vision in this low jungle here.
Yeah, it's where it needs to be, but outside of that, nowhere.
Like, there's like Baron's up in like less than 5 seconds, so there's no vision on Baron. No one knows.
Oh, Spira! He takes the right way out of that one, imbues himself, increases his fabulousness, and it scares all 5 of them off. Because a Spira don't need no man to be successful.
Especially as Pink Target.
Ezreal does need a man to be successful, but,
but
just so he doesn't end up with
They
Lux.
stole the Ezreal of
Ezreal and Lux is like the stupidest couple of all time. Ezreal Tarek all the way. No, I think it's stupid.
No, I just like Lux. I don't like Ezreal.
Yeah,
I
I
like
hate Lux. Lux sucks. So, Kha'Zix is different from the fights we've come up against up till now, Cameron, because Kha'Zix, yeah, he's going to fix that right now. He cannot come from this way because he will be stun locked and obliterated.
Here we go.
It's the way up to the side. Dazzle goes off on Framer. They don't really want to engage that one. The blue team's spreading out nicely, so they can't really get locked up. That was the difference there. They spread all along here.
They also need to make sure they're not that far apart, so the isolation doesn't do extra damage.
Yeah, they've got to tread that fine line between isolating themselves and grouping up so that the Tibbers just destroys them. I'd like to see a Solar Flare start the fight. I think that's what Joey needs to do here.
Or at least if you...
Yeah,
so
Zenith Blade.
Yeah, but you wouldn't... A lot of people say do WEQ on the league owner, so which is your Radiant Shield, your Zenith Blade, and just Sunbreaker, Dawnbreaker or something. But if you do your W too early, people will back off.
There is a huge amount of wards here. There's a lot of vision at the right. Is the white attacking them?
Yes.
Cool. So the white ends up going to the side of Danish Bunny. Not for lack of vision. Both teams can see exactly what's going on in that little corner. Makes sense though. You don't want Vi. You don't want Kha'Zix jumping over the wall to start fights. Especially Kha'Zix. So it definitely makes sense. And after all is said and done, a huge amount of respect being showed by both teams there by backing off. They do not want to make the game throwing mistake here. The barrage goes out. Does a decent bit of damage. Doesn't hit anything else of consequence. As Vi's going to check if the Baron's up, which it is indeed. And like you said, the vision around Baron's severely lacking.
Like, yeah, they can probably... They're just going to the pink ward. But, like, they've got next to no vision on Baron. Unless if... Good man, Aspera. Good man.
He's going to fix that up. Lickety split. There ain't no wards going to be unplaced when Aspera is on the case. As Ramsey Game King has picked up a Banshee. He's very smart against the Syndra and the Leona. It stops the long-range initiation with the stun and the Solar Flare. And waiting for the next play. So Baz Kebab may be where this entire tournament is decided at Little Vixen's waifu over here. And the Spirit is going to get the stun off onto Leona, just saying back the heck off of my team. Ramsey's still by himself. He needs to be careful not to get caught out. The Banshees will help a lot. How close is he to level 16? Very close. Once he picks up the claws, he's just going to become even worse. As soon as that isolation damage does percent damage as well as increased range,
Yeah.
Ramsey's going to look so scary.
Can't wait to hand these prices out though.
Apparently I was rhyming without trying. Jesus, I'm good.
Apparently, yeah, and apparently you're using puns as well. Do they take away the... Oh no, this is someone else's board.
Red team, you got to be careful here. Is the Sonic Wave going to come out and check this bush? Or is Profound just going to do that on the Baron? Oh, actually, the fight going to start here. Kha'Zix jumps in, but maybe a little bit too soon. Solar Flare and Assault Battery used on him. Carrot cannot save him with the face of the mountain and the heal, but Hypto ends up going down through the Dragon's Rage. Massive damage going on to Denji Bunny thanks to the Tibbers there. Chibi also going to fall to static using the flash to secure that. Psycho going to jump into Ezreal's face. Will it be enough to finish it? It is indeed. He flashes after him. A 4-for-1. Kha'Zix being the sacrificial lamb. And what a Makeshift going to do with this? They're going to go straight for the jugular. They've got Tibbers to tank Franken Tibbers right here. Well, not really Franken Tibbers, just sewed up Tibbers. Actually, they're going to go Aspira. He is an absolute brick wall. But Framer and Aspira, barely dies to the tower, but definitely worth it for the ace. They're going to be able to take down his tier 3. I don't know about the in-hope, though. If Syndra has home guard, they're going to be in trouble. But she doesn't. So the inhibitor will fall without consequence. Don't know what Profound's doing here.
He's going to come to the wall and he's going to try and take the second in.
Very smart. I was wondering what was the deal there. 3,000 gold in Makeshift favor.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't ask for it, we're going to have a very close grand final, methinks.
My manager.
Yeah, you're just too good.
Staring at the screen.
That's called being too good at your job.
Yes.
Yeah, great plays out of both teams here.
He's watching his massive screen. He's hoping for a quick match so he can go to bed. But I don't think that will happen.
Sounds like you're a murderer and you're like making your last diary.
Yeah.
You killed someone and I'm gonna love it.
He's getting that way.
So I like the decision here by Vi to go Frozen Heart and Randomers. They do stack with each other. So that means that they could cripple this Graze's damage output, cripple Lee Sin. Kha'Zix not as much because he's more of an AD caster, but the auto attacks are still going to hurt. So he's doing as much as he can to try and protect the team. We need to see some armor picked up by the Ezreal and Syndra. I really feel like that's what they need to do.
Shout out to Ashen's mum.
Ashen 17 turns up incredibly late at night or early in the morning. We're still going here, buddy. This is potentially the last game if the blue team pull it out. If not, I've got another 2 games to cast because I hate life. As Ezreal is going to throw out the Mystic Shot. Ward is placed in the Dragon there. How's the vision going? Very strangleholded into the mid here. Everything has, and then just a random like
I think they're
Profound
zerging
ward.
towards. No, there's a blue ward in that bush. And there it is. They've seen it.
They've spotted it. The claws have been upgraded. More range and does percentage HP. Percentage missing HP. So it's good for executing. So if Makeshift get the engage they want, that's that. That's that. So it's down to KoreanBBQ Set A.
Like
Spread out but not be isolated. They've got to form like tag teams. They've got to have a tanky person with a squishy person, basically. Ezreal and Leona need an escort without grouping up for Tibbers. That's the name of the game at this point. Vision for the Bazkebab pit, looking quite similar indeed. There's wave clear continuing by Makeshift in the mid lane here. The Psyker is joining his teammate Profound. Ramsey, Aspira, and Static bringing up the rear. Bringing out the Annie on Static is really what sealed the deal for them, I think. Ramsey's doing very well, but this change they had, maybe they should have listened to him at the start. They've already won the grand final.
Maybe.
Or maybe it would have been countered by this point. It's not a trick that'll work twice.
but we'll see.
Because they'll just pick something like a Jana or a Nami,
Yeah.
and then Annie can't do a lot. Blue buff is looks like the next point of contention as Basketbab is to put. There is a blue ward in that bush. The engage is going to be done here. Aspira being jumped on. A lot of cooldowns going on to Ramsey. Will he be able to get an assassination off? No, he will not. As Framer will eventually fall, but he tanked enough. Randuin's goes off. Static goes down after throwing out the Tibbers. It is 2 for 2 thus far with Aspira and Profound. The last remaining members. Graves has fallen. Profound, will he be able to escape them? Aspira, will he be able to get an imbue off onto Profound? He will indeed, just as he gets jumped on, and Randuin's, he's going to flash away. He needs to waste as much time as possible to stop this pushing from happening. The amount of minions in the mid means that they are forced back to the base to defend. Ezreal heading on over to the tier 2 the tier 3 at the bottom. Will they be able to get much pushing out of it though? Profound is back up. Has 280 AD. He has home guard. Ezreal, you cannot run into that. He's going to be kicked into the tower. Takes a Sonic Wave as well. Tiamat goes off, shuts down the Ezreal. Chubby has no chance of getting out of that one. He went way too aggressive. Actually misses the Sonic Wave, but I don't think it'll happen the second time unless the caster's Kiss of Death comes out. He does land it in the end. Starts recalling and then decides against it. Chubby is still trying to get away. Rampage by Profound. Beautiful defense there as Cruiser Drizzle goes way too far forward on that one. Underestimated the home guard of Profound. And just like that, red team come back up. The AD carry and support are down. Does this mean Basketbab on the table? Ramsey says yes, as the Psychic can join him. There is a ward here. Blue team are fully aware this is going on.
But they don't have.
But their smite is here, in the base. That's the problem. Yeah, not a lot they can do. So, Basketbab snatched up by Makeshift.
Here we go. Might be a big push
Oh.
to get that inhib.
True shot barrage. Sleep is overrated, says Ashen17. Be in our position to try saying that.
And Mugs, yeah. And Mugs says strong plays. This tournament's it has gone through what, 15 hours?
When Gotham lies in ashes, you have my permission to feel. That's what we can say from that one. So the members of KoreanBBQ Set A have now respawned. The inhibitor is available. Are they going to try and defend this one? They can't group up. Tibbers is available. Flash is available. They've got to respect this Annie, and she has her stun available, of course. Can they get the assault and battery off that they want? If they was going to go there, it has been stopped by the dazzle of fabulous pink Tarek. It's all the power that they have right now is reliant on that skin. Sonic Wave finishes off the minion there. And Hip still hasn't taken much damage. Graves very bad at sieging because of his low range. Does a lot of attack speed, but he can easily be jumped upon. Although they're going to buy him time to do it. The inhibitor has not gone down. Solar Flare doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. Tibbers isn't going to hit too much either as Annie is forced out of the fight. Ramsey game kick. He has gotten the reset. Is he going to continue to use them? The health bars on Blue are so low. Cruiser the Bruiser going to try and flash out of his own base. Not a single member of the Makeshift boys have gone down, and that may be the series equalizing up here. Tibbers going to tank the tower. No one alive for more than half a minute, and against all odds, Makeshift are going to come back from their early deficit. They're going to take down both of the Nexus towers, and they're going to equal up this series 1-0. The first step in a long journey up the hill to win the grand final of Respawn League of Legends.
1-1 onto the third match and a possible fourth match.
I don't know what's going on, Cameron.
Me either.
Why are they doing this to us? Why are they doing this to themselves?
No.
Sadistic pricks.
I reckon they're like, let's make it packed. Let's make this as long as possible to annoy the shoutcasters.
Stop the casters.
Yeah, it's exactly
We'll kill
right.
ourselves with sleep deprivation just to stick it to the casters.
Alright, we're going to take another 5 to 10 minute break.
So, ladies and gents, I'll just quickly explain what's going on. The series is tied up 1-1. The next person who wins technically wins the grand final, but because Respawn is a double elim tournament, and the KoreanBBQ Set A have not dropped a game this entire day, they have a grace period. So if the next game goes to the
Makeshift
boys
crew.
over at Vant, the Makeshift crew,
not a van.
They're
just playing
Makeshift
in the
crew, if they win, they still need to win another game. So it goes to a sudden death round should this go in Makeshift's favor. So, ladies and gents, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes after we go and punch ourselves in the kidneys for still being awake. Thank you for tuning in. I'll try and warn you before I play the intro. Have a wonderful night if you're leaving us, which I wouldn't blame you for. The VODs will be up on the GameStar Facebook, which should be not on the screen anywhere, but you know how to spell GameStar. So thank you for tuning in. We will be back with Game 3 very soon. Cold Blood and Cameron signing out.